Now, a parcel of land in Mukuru Kwaruben slums here in Nairobi is at the center of the latest probe by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission that involves several politicians and a trade unionist. The EACC has today summoned Cyrus Jirongo and David Murathe to shed light on an alleged attempt to defraud the state of 250 million shillings through compensation. A primary school, a community center, and a police station currently stand on that contested parcel of land. We begin tonight with NTV's Leila Mohammed.
3 p.m. Thursday afternoon, and former Jubilee Party Deputy Party Leader David Murathe arrives at the Integrity Center for questioning. Several kilometers away, it is business as usual at the Ruben police station when we arrive here Thursday mid-morning. A few meters from here, children at AEF Primary School play during their break, while mothers who have brought their children to the Mukuru Health Center go about their business despite not being aware of the latest investigation around this piece of land that these three establishments sit on.
This has been an ongoing investigation. It has nothing to do with the transition. But if they want to use it for their own political whatever, that's their problem.
In documents seen by NTV, EACC is investigating several high-profile individuals who are persons of interest in this matter.
This is just diversionary. It actually borders on harassment. And I think I'm entitled also to take the EACC to court.
The EACC notes that the individuals under their radar are alleged to have conspired to receive 250 million shillings while posing as owners of this parcel of land that is slightly over 2 acres, registered under the following number. Documents seen by NTV show that the EACC is seeking to question KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli, who is alleged to have received a 60 million shilling cut from the proceeds of the payment from the state. Former Jubilee Party Deputy Leader David Murathe is alleged to have received 25 million shillings.
I'm not involved. I'm not involved in Jirongo and the county and how they, if I give you money and you pay me back, do I care where you got your money from? I was not involved in what they were doing with the county. I just know he owed me money and he paid me.
He acknowledges receiving the money in 2 installments through his advocates in July 2020.
These are diversionary things. When people cannot deal with the challenges that are facing the country, they look for things to divert attention.
Former Speaker of the National Assembly Kenneth Marende is also a person of interest, alleged to have received 3 million shillings.
In my position, you have to say the truth.
Cyrus Jirongo, who contested the Kakamega gubernatorial seat, is also alleged to have received 20.6 million shillings and was expected to be the first person interviewed by the EACC Thursday, but failed to show up. In a letter to the commission written by his advocates, the politician expressed dismay at the presence of a battery of journalists outside the EACC headquarters and says that while he is willing to record a statement with the EACC, he will only do so at his private office in Westlands.
This summoning me and calling the media, who called you? Can I ask you? No, who called you? So that it becomes news.
Former Vihiga Senator George Khaniri is said to have allegedly received 5 million shillings. Politician Albino Abuogi is also reported to have allegedly received 38 million shillings. EACC documents show that the school that began as a nursery in 1986, at the time being run by a private entity, Mukuru Promotion Center, the school and the land it stands on was moved to the Nairobi City Council as a public entity. Investigators at the commission have revealed that a senior military officer then applied for and was allocated the ownership of the land in 1989, after which he transferred to Kuza Farms and Allied Limited a year later. In 1993, the parcel of land was used as security for a facility of 1.6 billion shillings taken out by Sololo Outlets Limited in favor of Post Bank Credit Limited, consequently registering a charge against the title of the subject parcel of land. EACC detectives also found out that the Post Bank retained the original title until it went into liquidation when the Deposit Protection Fund Board, now the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation, took over custody of the title. The EACC investigation has established that the facility is still in arrears that stand at 19.8 billion shillings. In 2014, KUSA instituted a suit against the Board of Directors of AEF Ruben Primary School, the Nairobi City County, the Office of the Attorney General and the National Land Commission. Part of the prayers sought from the court were to have the structures on the subject parcel of land demolished. The suit was settled out of court, giving rise to a consent that was ultimately dropped as a decree of the court on the 1st of August 2016. The terms of the consent stipulated that the defendants in the suit were to jointly and severally compensate KUSA Farms and Allied Limited for its land known as LRNO 209 11887 at an all-inclusive sum of Kenya shillings 250 million shillings. In the EACC investigation, it was discovered that in July 2020, the county government of Nairobi compensated KUSA without complying with the terms set out in the decree, as the title is still in the custody of the Kenya Deposit Insurance Company, KDIC, with the encumbrances registered against it as well. EACC states that the 6 persons of interest received and shared amongst themselves the money paid out by the county government. Leila Mohammed, NTV.